This past Saturday, we entered into another lockdown period or a gray zone period. The provincial government has applied what they call the emergency brake due to rising COVID numbers. And while we have had some incredibly successful times over the last 14 months, certainly we saw some increases in COVID locally that really are disturbing. Today, or I should say as of yesterday, Monday the 5th of April, we found ourselves with 137 active cases, bringing us over almost to 610 cases since the beginning of the pandemic. And those are really high numbers. Yesterday was a record day with 38 new cases. So, really it's important to understand that we are not out of this. COVID and this virus is very, very strong still. And we've got to work hard still together as we're going forward. Let's remember the three top things that we can do to protect ourselves from getting COVID or from spreading it is to wash our hands, to maintain some distance, social distancing when we're out and about, and also to wear a mask. Those are the three top things that we know have been proven so far. And also, don't put yourself in situations where COVID can be spread. This variant is a nasty item, and we are doing so well with vaccinations. We just have to keep going, further on this. And I encourage everybody to remain vigilant and to take those steps to flatten that curve. Speaking of vaccines, I can tell you that we're now over 115,000 COVID-19 tests in our region, which is great. But we've also distributed just under 34,000 vaccines. That's 34,000 different people have gotten their first dose, and we are now almost to 2,100 people who have gotten both doses, so they are fully vaccinated. That has been great. This current lockdown that came into effect at 12:01 a.m. on Saturday has brought us back into a situation where City Hall is closed to the general public. You can go there on an appointment-only basis, so just contact us at City Hall to be able to make an appointment if you need to come in for anything from a marriage license or a building permit or a birth certificate or whatever you need. City staff are still working, but City Hall is closed to the public unless you have an appointment only. The Quinte Sports and Wellness Center is also closed. All of our programming is canceled. And so, swimming, ice, floor rentals, pickleball, table tennis, all those activities aren't going on right now at the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center. But all of our indoor fitness classes, we've moved those to Zoom, so you can participate while you are doing them. Really want to thank our incredible staff for working so hard to be able to continue to offer those services. But we are canceling also all of our outdoor park and sports field bookings. We are expecting to have a full array of activities and services this summer, but for the next 3 weeks, because we're almost at a week point, the next 3 weeks, they are not going to be offered at this time. Glanmore National Historic Site and the Belleville Public Library both are closed to the public, and you can go to their websites for information on online services. And our parks and all of our playgrounds, they remain open. So everything that has been open so far stays open. It's beautiful. It's what a wonderful weekend of weather we've had. So we encourage people to stay outside. And also importantly, Belleville Transit continues to operate uninterrupted. So we're continuing to offer those services, and we know the things that you are counting on the City of Belleville to provide, we're continuing to do so. So that is great. I mentioned earlier a little bit about vaccination, and vaccine rollout is pushing on in our area. The eligibility group for age has been dropped. As well, the AstraZeneca vaccine is being offered at Kelly's Guardian Pharmacy here in Belleville. But I understand there's a long wait list, so that's for people that are 60 and above. With that, that's all for this week. There is going to be some more news this week. I'm sure some increased numbers of COVID-19 cases in our region. Again, I just ask you to be careful. We're not out of this yet. Yes, some of our businesses are able to stay open this time, but it's not an invitation for us to go and to gather. We need to get vaccinated, and the province is making some decisions to make more people eligible for vaccination. I expect that we'll hear some good news on that this week. But let's take care of ourselves, and let's get those numbers back down to where they should be, which was down in those single digits that we were 2 weeks ago, and we're all looking forward.